here at Tool Studio and Artist In with Tobias Harvey. He's a creative promoter, digital design, branding, all kinds of stuff. You do all kinds of stuff in Topeka. I even seen like you designed a Topeka flag.
Yeah, I did a flag design for the rebrand thing that
Just
you're trying to do.
Doing all kinds of stuff. So what are you working on right now?
Well, right now I run our creative platform, Create Uplift, and so we do
Creative Uplift.
Yeah, Create Uplift. Yeah, so we do like client-based work. So graphic design is huge part of the stuff we do. We also create photos, videos, other content, stuff for print, stuff for web. So I sort of, I've been a creative my whole life, and I sort of, over the last couple of years, have found a way to turn that into a profession.
So what's happened over the last couple of years? What happened to make you like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing?
Well, I mean, like I started graphic design and art, drawing. I drew all through my childhood and adolescence, and then I started graphic design in high school. So I picked up some graphic design courses, and it was sort of like, I'm 28, so I sort of grew up in the 2000s, and that's like when computers were getting smarter and faster and quicker, and Adobe was coming out with Photoshop and Illustrator and all this stuff. So
a new medium for the arts.
Yeah, exactly. And so I sort of like, I already loved art and drawing. And I just coupled it with my newfound hobby of computers, and then it just sort of came together as graphic design. And so I designed all of my own things, for my own music career, because I was a music producer, and so that's what I started designing.
So you designed all your own flyers and all your own albums.
Exactly. So my own album artwork, and actually the first time that I designed something for money was people's MySpace pages.
Wow.
So I was charging, like $200, $300, $400 per MySpace page.
Wow.
And I would do like one a week, or sometimes 2 weeks. I was making a ton of money, at age like 16.
And that wasn't here in Topeka, that was in Kansas City?
No, it was in Topeka, but I didn't do anything in Topeka.
Okay.
I didn't really do anything in Topeka. Like I had sort of found, I sort of like lived on the internet for a long time. Like I was really plugged in deep into the internet.
Yeah, the MySpace days.
MySpace days, forums, AOL Instant Messenger, and I was a big, sort of a big pirater.
But all the time having the goal of promoting your art, promoting your creativity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was just being creative, and then I started, to design other people's flyers, other people's album artwork. So I got my start, with my artistic side through music. So that's sort of when I started to make money off of that, was through other musicians.
So you're doing music and you're creating your artwork through digital design, and you found I love it. And so you have Create Uplift here in town, also known by Cold Way, and Create Uplift Learn Teach.
Yeah, wow, you're the first one to get that right.
That's pretty awesome. No, I've paid attention to you guys for a while, and been doing some awesome stuff in Topeka. Anytime I'm like, there is stuff going on in Topeka, I could count on, you guys are always working on something. What are y'all working on right now?
Right now we are working on some more event-based stuff. So we have Cult Halloween coming up here on the 26th. And then we're trying to get some more music stuff going in the city.
Yeah, I have a Halloween one about every year. I'm gonna have to stop that. I apologize.
So we do Cold Halloween every year down at Quentin's, and then we're trying to do some more music-based events. So workshops are really big. I did audio workshop once a month, every month for I did it all throughout 2017 through last year. And then I sort of slowed down on it because people weren't really coming. But I want to start it back up. So it's a 2-hour-long thing where you just show up for free, come to the studio, and each month I bring in a guest instructor, and they teach a different topic. 1 month, Rick Mountain from Kansas City, one of my friends, came in and taught us how to use the Roland SP404. And the month after that, my friend Michael came in and gave us a crash course on Pro Tools. So really staying still aligned with that music music world is really important.
And to learn and teach.
Yeah, learning and teaching and doing workshops and stuff like that. So
that's something I've noticed about you guys ever since y'all started. You always, I think it was maybe it was a Bob Marley quote. I don't know, but it was it was something about like what's the use of the knowledge if you don't teach somebody else it?
Yeah.
And I think you guys have been following that. Like y'all learn. I see y'all learning stuff too.
Yeah.
And then you pass that knowledge on pretty fast.
Yeah.
And you guys are always there, like trying to promote music, the music scene, and all that stuff, and everything that's going on in Topeka, and trying to make it a place that people, or the young people especially, can say, hey, you know, even the people that are older don't have to work here in Topeka and then go to Lawrence or go someplace else to have their entertainment. Y'all have really brought it. Y'all have really brought it.
Yes, there's a lot of people in Topeka that are really trying to make some positive changes, and so we, you know, we just sort of got swept up into that, into their operations and momentum too. So we sort of have our
common
own
goal.
Niche. Yeah, you know, we have our own lane, our own niche, which is, you know, like urban music, art, and stuff like that. So we sort of fit right in with what everyone else is trying to do. So that's pretty cool.
And I think that common goal is that to make Topeka a place where something can't happen.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for I don't know,
a decade.
Yeah. How long have you been? You had Create Uplift.
Yeah. So I started Cult in September of 2013.
So about 5 years.
Yeah. Well, 2012. I'm sorry, 2012. So over 5 years.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what it was like gonna be. Like I just made a website. Basically, when I started it, is I was doing a lot of creative stuff, right? And I had a lot of friends who were also doing creative things. You know, I had a lot of other musicians, both in town and nationwide. And I just sort of wanted a space for that to like exist, you know, on the internet. So I created a website and started like writing articles for people. And that's really all it was. Like I didn't have any sort of like grand scheme or plan or anything like that.
You just happened to see a need.
I just wanted a place to document everything, so it had a space to exist in, because everyone was sort of like doing their own thing and trying to do, you know, they had their own operation, and I just wanted to like keep track of it, sort of like an online magazine basically. And then I told a couple of my friends about it, and we pulled together some money, and we started off trying to sell some merchandise, you know, along with that. And it just sort of like went up and down, like changing, and then eventually what had happened was a couple years ago, we just sort of realized that we had everything in our power, all the resources and knowledge and capabilities to run a marketing agency. And so we sort of shifted from what we were doing, which was trying to sell merchandise, clothes and hats and stuff like that, to doing the creative services for other brands and businesses, and then, you know, charging them for it. So, yeah.
So the role of Create Uplift kind of changed, or you recognized what it should be.
It changed. I'm a big believer in like the universe will just pave its way for you, and like you know, I never like wanted to be an entrepreneur, or I never wanted to like own a business or anything. A big part of it was that, you know, I didn't go to college at all. I've never been to college a day. And so a big part of that was I kept getting denied for all these design jobs I was applying for. But I still felt like I was a good designer, you know? So I was applying for graphic design jobs throughout Kansas City and Lawrence and Manhattan and Topeka, and like every week, you know, at least like once a week for years, and nobody would ever give me a shot. And so I guess I just sort of started to get my own clients, and I started to do a lot of freelance work, and then I just started to build my own business, I guess.
Yeah, so, no gas about it. You did, man.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You've built that business up, man, and it's doing some great things.
No, it is.
I mean, you were just recognized in the Capital Journal for providing a better life for the youth in our town. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I was surprised. I was, so we were on the front page.
Yeah, front page.
That was pretty big. Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I've been in the paper a few times, but not on the front page. And I was really glad they ran that article, especially amidst all the election stuff. You know,
and the topic is just amazing.
It is, and Forge put that event on, and they asked me to come back. I was the only person to come back for the second year, so it's an annual thing. where they bring in middle schoolers and high schoolers from the Boys and Girls Club, and they can sort of see the different career paths that exist.
Wow.
And I was there to represent entrepreneurship, and my friend and other co-founder, Jermaine, was there to help run it too. So we got to speak to these kids and tell them, like, you know, if you have an idea for your own business, like, go for it, you know, like, go out and get it, like, and just trying to explain to them, like, a lot of people expect instant results, you know, because they see it on TV and they see it in music and they see it, you know, in literature and stuff like that. They just expect, and I think they're just afraid to fail. Like I've closed 2 companies before, you know, so. This is like
failing is a lesson learned.
It is, and it just like I'm not afraid to fail. Like I'm not afraid.
I tell a lot of people my goal is to fail.
Yeah.
Like if you can actually fail without giving up, then that's something that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Usually there's a door that can open.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to take it, but failing is not easy actually.
It's not.
And people think, well, if I try this, I might fail. Well, it's a lot of steps away from that, so you gotta try it. So
you gotta try first where you can fail. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes was, "It takes 2 L's to make a W."
Yeah.
So it takes, you know, one of our other co-founders, Chris, he passed away in 2014, but he always said you gotta take a loss to be the boss. So I still hear that in my head sometimes, like, man, you know, we just put this event on and lost like $500. You know, we're still gonna keep it. I'm still gonna do it again. We're still gonna keep going. We're gonna evaluate our mistakes and try and correct that stuff.
So what's the plans for the future?
More events, trying to get some more clients to pick up their creative needs, so more design work, more photo work. Going to try to get into more video work. Still staying aligned with the clients we have. We're also really involved with First Fridays, so we sort of document First Fridays through photo and through articles.
Still on the Arts Connect board too?
Yeah, I'm not on the board, but they are one of our clients, so we help them with a lot of their marketing stuff. And
that's
so
cool,
on and
man.
so forth. So yeah.
Keep on rocking and keep doing what you're doing this time, because I know you're making a difference, man.
No,
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate it. Dude, that's awesome.
Sweet.